on a more positive note, your fourth goal in 4 games now. Talked to Greg, and he said he really feels like you're starting to fit into the right pieces at the right time. Do you feel like everything's really clicking for you? I mean, 4 goals in 4 games is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah. No, I'm starting to get comfortable and understand my teammates, and the more I understand them, the more they understand me and my movements and where I'm going to be. Stuff like tonight will happen. Those are great moments, and it's a great understanding of Mickey and great understanding by myself to understand the play that's being built, the attraction that Gabby's causing in that pocket to allow Mickey in behind, and I'm cheating that run. So yeah, it's a great team goal, and just wish it would have been on the end of a win.
Greg, before we talk about the game, but Greg mentioned also on some of the defensive stuff that you were working on tonight in terms of closing off lanes, forcing them into different sides where you guys wanted the ball. Do you feel like that's coming along too?
Yeah, I think everything was going to plan today. I don't think they were very dangerous. I think we were in control for large portions of the game, and in times when they had stretches of possession, I don't think they were very dangerous. They were just going around us, and that was something that we knew that they were going to do, and try and pick us apart. And then they started to overload numbers in the middle of the field behind myself and Tucker when Tucker was in, or when it was Diego. But I think we handled that very well, and they didn't really pose a threat.
What do you see from just the collapse sort of there? There was a soft penalty kick and then giving up the goal. I mean, you guys were in control of that game for a good portion of that. What went wrong with that?
No, I think it's just the story of our season so far. Trying to get over that hurdle, and when you don't get over that hurdle, every action just becomes a bit more important, a bit more of a. You keep looking over your shoulder, and the time seems to not be moving, and it happens. But we have to stick together in this locker room and turn it around. And I think the majority of us playing that stretch and now getting healthy again is a vote of confidence. And now we just have to put it together for 90 minutes and regroup and re-energize for Tuesday.
Hi, Christian. You didn't celebrate your last goal against Minnesota. You decided to show some respect, and it seemed like love for a club that you have a lot of history with. But you did get a chance to celebrate tonight. Was there any pent-up joy that you got to release there?
Yeah. It's been a tough couple days for my family. My dad had to fly to Colombia to see his dad pass away, but he was able to get there today, and he passed during the game. And I knew that he was watching by his side, so it was cool to score in that moment. And yeah, it was a release of energy. I think the last time that we played here in regular season, it wasn't too of a fun afternoon for myself after being subbed out. So yeah, it's come a long way in 6 weeks, and just enjoying myself, and I can't ask for a better place to be in the moment, and a better challenge to get this moving in the right direction.
Sorry to hear that, but you are finding yourself in the goals. Has there been any planning for future celebrations behind the scenes?
I always ask my daughters what celebration they want to see, and I let them go for it. And they had told me that I hadn't done that one in a while, and I used to do that one with Cucho in Columbus, and so they asked me to do it, and so it's a cool one that I think will stick with me a lot more.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. Go ahead, Andy.
Thanks, yeah. Christian, condolences to the family first and foremost. You kind of mentioned that the challenge of just trying to turn this around is. It's weird because defending champions, and obviously fans are kind of voicing a little bit of displeasure already, even though it's only a few games. But in the turnaround, you mentioned Tuesday. How does the team kind of, I don't want to say put this aside of the MLS challenge, but now you go into CONCACAF Champions League or Cup against a pretty tough opponent over here at home, and how do you kind of compartmentalize that challenge there?
No, we understand it's a knockout round, and there's a desperation that comes with it, and I think that'll help us like it did the last time that we were in this situation for league play, because it brings that intensity and that desperation, that we need right now. And so this is something that is good to get us going. But yeah, I think we understand that this team is last year's champions, and we're getting everybody's best game, and we have to, like the manager said in the dressing room, we have to play with a chip on our shoulder, and understand that, and put our best foot forward for the complete game.
And I know the sample size was small today on the field, but maybe in practice you've seen something. How, I guess, different is the dynamic when you have somebody like Joseph Payton still on the field and how things flow in the offense?
Yeah, I'm happy for Joe to have him back. I know Hardy's been working on the sideline, so it's great. I was hoping to get a few minutes with him, and I'm glad I did. He almost broke through on one that if the ball gets played to him, I have a tap in. So I know that there's a threat on both sides now in behind to be able to read those balls being played to them. Gabby had one also in the second half that he gets fouled, but he tried to stay up on his feet, and if he gets through, I have another tap in. So just trying to read those plays because those guys are of the highest of quality.
Gilbert?
Yeah, thank you. Ramirez, first of all, sorry for your loss. Last time we talked, you mentioned that your confidence never wavered. Today, you're the club's most consistent scorer. How does that feel for you, and are we yet to see more of you scoring throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I think, like I said before, for me, it's more about the win columns. I'd be perfectly happy if I had 0 goals and we were undefeated. So I just want the team's success, and I know the team needs goals, and that's where I'm at, and I'm hungry for goals. That's something that I've done my whole career, and I think I'm pretty consistent at it when I play. So I just continue to do the dirty things and the little things that maybe don't pop up on the stat sheet, the defensive work, the tracking back. So it helps free other guys. But I continue to put myself in those situations, and on this team, the guys will continue to find me, and yeah, hopefully more goals that lead to victories.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Christian.
Appreciate it.